Hi friends, this is our Dragon Pendant and Magnet program. I'm very excited about this. I'm going to put it on like so. There it is. It looks pretty cool. All right, I'm going to show you how to make it now. All right, so this is our final product. This one is to be hooked around like a piece of string or something to wear around your neck. But you can also make this into a magnet if you want. The way that I made this is we paint everything in reverse on the back of your stone. Okay, so we're going to go over that step by step. You do want to have a pair of scissors around just in case we need to take the paintbrush and cut down the bristles. Okay, so just I'm going to pause it here. I'm going to have you guys get a pair of scissors just in case. And then remember, you can always pause between each segments of the video so that you can catch up. All right? Okay. I'm going to make this like an assembly line, so I'm going to do each part together on both of these. So the first thing you're going to do is you're going to turn them over. Okay, so the flat side is up. And you're going to open your white paint. So I'm going to go in with my little paintbrush here, and I'm going to get just a small amount of white paint. I'm going to kind of twirl it so there's just not a whole lot on there. And the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to do like a little smiley face right kind of toward the middle. That looks good. And then over here I'm going to do the same thing. I'm going to hold this while I do it. Okay, and that'll be the little highlight in each of the eyes. Okay, so you can turn it over and see what it's going to look like. Okay, turn it over and see. I like the way those look. Okay, that's the first thing. Now we need to let it dry. So you can pause the video if you want, and then come back when it's dry. All right, so one thing I forgot to tell you is you're going to want to have a cup of water, and you're going to want to have a paper towel. And that's to clean your brushes out. So you just swish the brushes around in the water, and then you're just going to blot the brush dry, okay? So the next step is going to be this black. Now, if you're not quite dry, you can still do this part. You just have to be careful and go around the white and not kind of get into it, across the front, because that black will show right through. So I'm going to get a little bit of black here, and the first thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to draw the shape of my eye, and you can see it's kind of a lemon shape. So I'm going to come in here, and I'm going to draw a lemon shape. And I'm going to do the same thing over here. I'm going to come in. Come in and around. You might have to fill that in a little. Okay. And then you're going to paint this black around the white. Okay, so fill those in, and once that's done and dry, then we'll do the next part. Okay, this next part, you are going to kind of dot. The sparkle paint is not very opaque. It's very transparent, so you kind of just have to kind of dot so it even shows up, but you're going to do it in a line around the eye that we've already made. And here's one eye, here's the other eye. So you're going to go around, and also you're going to make these stripes. So you're going to dip into your paint going to kind of dot around the eye, all the way around. Okay, and you can see how it looks, oops, sorry, on the other side. Okay, so here we are all the way around the eye. Then I'm going to start to make my little stripes. And again, you can cut some of the bristles off if you want to make it a thinner line. But I think it's going to work okay without doing that. But you certainly can if you want to make them thinner. Okay, so you're going to go all the way around on both eyes. And then start your lines, okay? And then when you're done, come back to the video. All right, so here we are. Those are gonna take a little while to dry because we kind of put it on thick. So while we're waiting for that to dry, you can go in and put the green in. You can open up your green and remember to clean your brushes in between each color. So I just swirl it around in my cup and then let it dry. Okay, so I'm going to go in now and I'm going to color in between each sparkle section. Now, it's okay if you don't get the whole thing filled in because you are going to go in, your final color is the yellow, so the yellow can kind of cover up any holes that you might have. So again, you're just going to go in and kind of dot, dot, dot to fill in, okay, each section. And I'm going to lift this up so you can see what it's going to start to look like. So you've got your sparkly, but see it's kind of transparent, so that's why we put the yellow over the top of it. But you can see the green is coming in nice and dark. Okay, so you're just going to go all the way around with those, filling in, and then it might take a little while. You might want to go and do something else, probably read a book would be good. And then come back in about 10 minutes when it's dry and watch the final bit of the video. Where we add the yellow, we'll let it dry, and then we will make the twisty for hanging it, okay? All right, happy painting. All right, I am dry. Now I'm gonna take my yellow paint. This is still gonna be dotting because number one, my paint might not be completely dry yet, and number two, it just will come out nice and opaque. So I'm going to take my paintbrush, I'm going to dip it in the yellow, and now anywhere that I had the glitter, I'm going to go in and I'm going to paint yellow over it. So I'm just going to dot, dot, dot. Now this is where you can really go over the green and over the black if you need to a little bit, because remember that sparkle is really transparent, so you want that yellow to really stand out. So I've made sure that I covered, see, the whole area there. Let me get a little bit more on it and I'll show you. More. And it's important to check every once in a while to make sure that you've got good coverage. So here's my eye, and you can see I've done a pretty good job where I've put my yellow so far. So if you just go around and fill in on both of them, you'll have good opaque yellow now with a little sparkle in them. All right, I am done painting my yellow. You need to let these dry completely. So really, I think it's best if you let it set for several hours to make sure that they're dry. So while that's drying, you're going to take your little wire. I'm going to move these up out of the way. You're going to take your small wire, okay, and you're going to fold it in half like this, and you're going to start to twist it super tight, okay, all the way down to the end. Okay. Okay. And then you're going to give it a bend again. Oopsie, sorry. A bend again here so that it looks like this. This will become your loop for string. And what you're going to want to do is give it a little bit of a quarter turn so that, let's see, so that the open place is going to be, here I'll show you, I didn't do it on this one yet. This needs to turn this way so that when you put something through here, it'll hang nice like that. So you want to make sure that you glue the flat part onto the back and it's perpendicular to the loop. Okay. Now, the magnet, you're just going to pull the backing off and put the super glue on and put it on the back of your eye. However, you're not going to do this for several days. So please be careful with the glue. It's a single-use thing, so you want to make sure both things are dry before you do it. And send me some pictures so I can see how it looks. All right, have fun.